Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our final game for Phase 1 of the European pre-qualifiers here for the Summit 3 European Division NiP Virtus.Pro. It was a best of 3, and now it's down to a best of 1. This is the game that matters. Winner moves on to the next phase. Loser goes home with nothing but a handshake. Alan, it's been an exciting series. How you feeling here at Game 3?
Oh yeah, it's more like a pat of the back. You did well, man, but you didn't do good enough. So it's just like kind of like a slap in the face sometimes when you try so hard, you get it to the semifinals, and you're like, okay, we have this. This is finally it. Get to it. I'm feeling good, man. I just want this game to be really good like the last two, and I think it will be.
Yeah, agreed. Sorry about that. I had to tab out real quick. Forgot to mute my mic. Everybody heard me singing in between the games, so that's good.
I know. I was hearing you. I was like,
what was I saying? I was even talking to anybody? What was I saying? I don't even remember.
You was like when you talk in your sleep, man. Come on.
Just mindless, like bop bop. I was probably just humming along to Monster Cat. That's really what it is. Rocking out hard. Oh, God. Well, at least I didn't say anything too treacherous. So, looking at this game, what do we have here? NiP, Virtus.Pro, Troll, Dazzle, the opener for Virtus.Pro. We've seen them pick Troll 3 games in a row, and, well, worked for them once. Didn't work so well the second go-around without their prize sniper. NiP have banded out once more. NiP sticking to their guns also. I think we'll see another era Shadow Fiend here, and this time they get the Earthshaker.
Yeah, it was surprising to see how the Dazzle and AA combination really worked out last game, where we saw 2 passive supports and they won the game, because Dazzle late game was amazing for the shallow graves and the heals even and the weaves, and then you had the AA blast combination with the Poison Nova and the Shadow Fiend right clicks and even his ultis coming into play. So it was really well played. I kind of doubted him a little bit, but they kind of surprised me, so I won't doubt it again.
I mean, I think on paper the NiP draft had some holes in it, the lack of stuns and what have you. They just executed very well, and Virtus.Pro didn't really have a draft that could seal the deal or really do crippling pressure before that AA or Veno, totally came online, got their Aghanims, and became sort of uncontrollable.
Yeah, you remember when that Shadow Fiend got a triple kill, or Era got a triple kill, top lane? And,
he got a couple of triple kills.
Yeah, and G was just pushing the base bottom, and he didn't TP because he didn't have one. It kind of felt like from there, that's like, whoa, that shouldn't happen, and it's very unlucky for them. So. Yeah.
Well, bans coming out here. Brood Mama and Lena banned out by NiP, and the Bristleback Venge taken out by Virtus.Pro. So no Vengeful Spirit this go-around. Maybe regretting their choice to ban out that pretty lady is now NiP. Third pick, the Bat Rider, and one of the best counters of that lasso is taken out of the pool.
I wanted to see Alina, but they keep banning it. So, well, I can't see a Storm Spirit now because there's a Bat and an Earthshaker in the game. Son of a. What do you want to see, Zyori? Techie's Pudge?
Techie's Pudge, sure. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see Tusk Techies. That's what I'm all about. Snowball into the suicide. Oh my God! The first time that happened to me in a live game, I was like, this is really not fun. I'm not enjoying myself right now.
You know what was more broken too? When you could pick up the mines. You could pick up the mines in the snowball, and you could just snowball in and kill people instantly. That was pretty broken too.
Yeah. So Virtus.Pro thinking about this now. They need a way to deal with the Bat Rider. Disruptor comes to mind as an option for the defensive disruption. Some natural synergy there with the Dazzle. You can disrupt, heal bomb right away on the illusions. We're all pretty well aware of that one. Clockwork though, I guess a good offlaner to deal with the Bat Rider if you can isolate him. Power cogs. Fun little ability there. You were talking about the Clockwork last game, weren't you?
I think
during the draft, something about how good Clockwork is. Might have just been in context of that game.
It was, I think, the game before, and well, now that I think about Clockwork, I can only think about IX Mike having the most deaths, and then somebody else has the new most deaths in 10 minutes from yesterday. Oh, I forgot now. Okay. Oh, I'll stop doing shots fired for some reason. I don't know why I'm doing. That's the only thing that's coming to my mind when I'm thinking of Clock right now. I don't know why, but I can't get out the block. But
poor IX
NiP,
Mike.
I know, man.
He's got a tough life. Everyone's been hating on him. I know God's fires shots any opportunity he has.
It's probably deserving. I mean, he deserves it.
100%.
Well, the only thing he did was make NEL. No, I'm just kidding.
What a
Mike's
jerk.
Really
what a jerk. How dare he? How dare he make a system that helps foster the growth of the North American scene? What a son of a bitch. How dare he?
I know, he doesn't even get enough credit for it.
I know. I'm sure most people don't even realize IX Mike, IXDL, put it all together, NEL, what have you. But here we go. Bane now, the 4th pick for NiP. Haven't seen him too much, but there's that Shadow Demon. So I'll pat myself on the back there. Yeah, you don't get to see those guys picked up too often. This is exciting. Team Teeth, as I like to think of them.
They were picked up all the time about a year ago. Both of these, just for the counter plays from the disruptions, from the nightmare saves. We can see a lot of amazing saves, and Bean's grip onto the troll could be really good. Then you have the Dazzle that can Shallow Grave. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that can be going on in this game that could be really fun. And then the most amazing things is when Shadow Demon disrupts the Batrider targets or Batrider himself, and
yeah,
this will be a good game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good way to deal with the Batrider. A good bat can kind of position around the Shadow Demon a little bit in terms of recognizing where he is, either catching the Shadow Demon or just force stabbing right away before he has the opportunity to get off the disruption. But still makes the Batriders play a little more difficult, makes them think twice about a lot of initiations. It is frustrating. Final bans, Slark taken out by NiP, and we'll see what Virtus.Pro ban out. It seems like their troll is good, but it really succeeds when they have another really scary core.
I'm thinking about, like what you said, the Batrider, once he gets the 4 stuff, yes, some of the most of these heroes kind of become useless except for Clockwork and his hook in to maybe save his allies. That's going to be a crucial counter-initiate tool. Or seeing how aggressive they play in the beginning of the game where Batrider can't maybe get a fast blink dagger, but I think he'll have a good time. I think Clock might have a bad time because you have a Bane in this lineup and you can sleep into any hero. So NiP, they need another hero, top lane, farmer. What did we see last game? We saw Vino. I don't think it'll be Vino this game. But
probably not. I guess it's possible. They don't always run it with the Ancient Apparition. It's not. I mean, they'll just do a singleton Veno, but I don't know how good it is here in particular. I guess it's not bad. I mean, they've got a lot of magic damage. If he ends up, he didn't get a Veil last game, but a Veil on a hero like that would be very potent with a Shadow Fiend, Batrider, Earthshaker on top of it.
I'm just thinking of Timber. I want to see Timber.
Okay.
But it's not going to happen.
No, it's probably not going to happen. I would not place a large wager on Timbersaw getting picked up. What happened to Timbersaw? He's still decent. Yeah.
He's There's not enough lockdown, and he gets shut down too hard in lane. If he's solo in mid or bottom against a 1v1, yes. If not, no.
All right. Oh, the Centaur War Runner now for NiP. That'll be their safe lane farmer. This is interesting. I'm curious how they'll set up these lanes. I've seen Era do a safe lane Centaur. Certainly seen Era do that solo mid Shadow Fiend as we saw last game. I think Jonas will probably take the Batrider to be like the true off-laner, work the jungle, and this should be a heavy farming Brad Warden here. So, big bad Centaur, looking for that fast blink.
Yep. I think it's really good too. And 2 tempo controllers this game, Batrider plus Centaur. This used to be picked all the time about, I think, 6 months ago too. You just Stampede when you have the lasso, and basically that's a free haste rune on anybody. And well, we were complaining about the lockdown of NiP last game, and this game they have numerous stuns to deal with. They have Earthshaker, Batrider, Bane has 2 basically, and Centaur with his hoof stomp. So I'm looking at this, but Warlock, what do you think? Is it going to be enough?
Is it enough is a tough question. I love the core lock, though. I'm not a fan of the position 4 Warlock. I still stand by my initial statements that is ass tier of position 4 supports. But if he gets farm priority, I think it's pretty comparable to the Venomancer.
Are you shots firing to AUI, man?
No, I'm shots firing to Go Black, honestly. AUI was doing it when it was, like, not that terrible. At Star Ladder, every time Go Black did it, thought to myself, like, dude, why? Just why? I don't know. I think it's a hero that excels amazingly with farm. Kind of like the Venom. If you can get an Ags refresher by like 30 minutes, this hero is so difficult to deal with. You've got rocks coming all over the place. Yeah, you can get defusals to kind of deal with them.
Yoel's gonna die here, maybe.
Oh, or who's gonna die? He gets blocked out. Oh no, but there's a gap. Now they set it up. Can they find the kill here? Troll's body's too damn big to get through. And I think that'll be the end of it. Interesting fissure from Hanskin. Keeps him alive. But yeah, I think the core lock is really strong.
Yeah, it's pretty strong in the Year Beast too. I don't know if you played a lot of
yeah.
You played.
Dude, if you've got if you've got level 3 speed, dude, oh god, is it broken. You just have rocks falling out of the sky one after another. If you get a little bit lucky, get like 3 or 4 in a row. It's actually
like
stupid.
Warcraft 3, dude. Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, man. The old game. Oh, yeah. Man, it's nice. Infernos.
That's what it feels like. So, okay, we'll see how this works out. Looks like for the Radiant side, it will be Virtus.Pro. Sidoi will go safe lane on the Clockwork this go-around. BZZ takes the Troll. Are they doing an aggro try here? G on the Warlock, probably mid. Yol on the Shadow Demon, and Jotum on the Dazzle. This could be a pretty potent aggro try right here. You've got the setup with the disruption, the heal bomb we talked about, then Troll to blind him, give him the damage. I kind of like this.
Yeah, we're gonna have Limp. Gonna be probably handicapped this game. I mean, he's gonna be going against the tri lane here. I'm not exactly. Well, never mind. I lied. Seal Kid's rotating up, and
they'll have Hanskin coming too. I think they'll do a safe lane try. Arrow will play the Shadow Fiend again. So Jonas
if he dies,
does
though,
take
this
the
could be
offlane.
really bad. They can't kill him. Never mind.
Not so easily. They can do some pretty big damage, though. They're going to go for it. In comes the disruption. Jotum in place for the heal bomb. Fair bit of damage. Whirling axes of the ranged variety fly through. If they don't kill him on this round, still pushing him back far is a victory. Bane. Ooh. Okay, Seal Kid not able to do too much. And Limp he limps his way back to the fountain. Look at this. He already buys his TP scroll. That's a rough start for your Centaur.
He has no mana. He doesn't have a salve. He has to be. And now this is where they can kind of push the lane, maybe get some pools going. So this is really good for VP, at least in my mind. And they have the Shadow Demon starting off with the boots. You can't underestimate the Shadow Demon roam too. Although middle lane, Warlock against Shadow Fiend, I think Shadow Fiend wins this.
I think so too. I don't know that I've ever actually seen this mid matchup. Most of the core locks I've seen over the past month or so have been safe lane farmers, actually, not going towards the mid. So I'm actually curious how he's going to build as well. Like the safe lane, you can get a fast Midas and just rush the Ags. I don't know you have that same luxury if you're playing this mid role. So far, so good though. 8-3 versus the 7-0 Shadow Fiend. Of course, it gets more difficult as he stores up those souls. The Shadow Word does a lot of damage, though. Great utility on this hero. You can either use it on yourself to heal up, use it aggressively, and the damage it does is hard to ignore.
Yeah, and I've seen Warlocks bottom lane against Bat Riders completely dominate. So it's just because they kind of picked themselves in this position, and they never run Troll mid. If you've noticed that, so it kind of limits to where they can rotate their heroes. It feels like, because I don't think Troll is really bad mid against Shadow Fiend. It's just I think Warlock would definitely take a crap on Bat Rider here.
Yeah, quite possibly. It looks like Sidoi is doing okay against the Bat Rider, though. 8-1 against the 7-1 at Bat. That seems to be a pretty even slugfest. The Warlock's starting to pull ahead. As soon as Shadow Fiend went down to fill up his bottle, the Warlock pulled ahead in the lane by a pretty big margin. I'm like tunnel visioning up top. I feel like at any second a fight could break out here under this tower.
Me too, man. I got you. You can look elsewhere. You can look at the runes too.
All right, good.
I got you.
Let's move around the jungle here. See what's going on.
I'm AFK. You do all the talking.
Zoom in on some centaurs. Yeah, the full field of view here. There is a smoke from NiP. Seal Kid and Hanskin smoked up going towards the mid. I thought it might be a wraparound up top, but I think they want to put some pressure on this Warlock. Make a little space for the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, this is really good. Warlock's doing really good at mid. Clockwork's doing really good bottom. I mean, Bat Rider has no mana to work with. This is where it comes really hard, and the lane's pushing back. So this is where Clockwork's going to open up a huge lead. And I know you want to talk about mid.
Here's the gank. The Warlock will get blocked out. I think there might be a gap. Yes, there is. Seal Kid can go through. He puts him asleep, and that's it. He gets off the defensive Shadow Word. It's level 3, and Warlock survives. Really not much worse for wear. Maybe a little bit of mana down the tubes, but he's feeling pretty healthy. That is a failed smoke gank.
Yeah, even Jadam TP'd in just for insurance, so really well played by Jadam, just securing. You know, you always have that feeling, oh, please don't leave me behind, please don't leave me behind, and, well, he was there, and let's see what rune they get. Maybe if they get a haste rune, they can make something happen. Nope, just a bounty rune.
Yep, invisibility spawns down bottom. Jadam comes in onto Seal Kid. That's the aggressive Shadow Word, and Seal Kid taking a lot of damage here. Fatal Bonds come out. They could maybe find a kill if they just put some damage into the Shadow Fiend, but no, both sides will back out. Happy with the damage trade as they force Seal Kid to head back towards the base. All right, things looking okay for VP kind of across the board here. G still just farming away. And this bottom lane is still just a farm fest. I wanted to ask, what do you think about this double ringer protection opener on the Bat Rider? The only heroes I really see this on, Jakiro back in the day, and then Envy was doing it on Necrophos. Two heroes I think it works really well on. Thoughts about it on Bat?
You shouldn't get a Stout Shield on Bat, and normally most offlaners get one, so I think as long
as...
Do they?
I feel like I don't see Stout Shield on Bat very often.
No, not Bat. I mean other offlane.
Oh, on other offlanes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we always see melee offlane heroes most of the time, you know, like Tide and or like Centaurs. And speaking of Centaur, does he have one? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, no, I'm just kidding, but and even Clockwork has one. But I think it's good, and he's expected to be taking a lot of harassment from the right clicks of Shadow Demon and Shadow Priest, but if you get caught with the without boots, and you don't have your, and they have the whirling axes for the slow, he's gonna die no matter what after disruptions.
Yeah, so it kind of helps against Clockwork,
it's
I
good
guess.
For the, it's good for the right clicks, but Bat Rider,
invisibility rune. Sadoy should have saw it in the bottle, but he'll venture a little too far forward. Seal Kid comes in. Out come the power cogs. Sadoy could possibly live here. Jadam comes in. He does have a grave. We'll save it for the last second. Close range hook shot goes right onto Jonas. One more auto attack to bring him down. Sadoy goes for it, but the first blood actually goes to Jonas. Can they clean this up though? Seal Kid one hit from death. Yol finds it there. Jonas very low, but in the tree line will survive. Oh my, Clockwork. He went all in for it, Alan, but he couldn't get the kill he wanted.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate. His battery assault. Oh no, here comes a hasted Shadow Fiend. This is not looking good.
The setup onto Jonas. Can they get this kill? Shadow Demon low. The heal bomb doesn't connect the way they want it to. Now Jadam put to sleep. Shadow raises a plenty. Bring him down. Jonas takes poison, but it does not make much of a difference. Rocket Flare will not be enough for the kill, I don't think. Nope, certainly not. Upsetting for Virtus.Pro fans around the world right now. Arrow with a lucky haste rune comes in to take out the trash and gets himself some momentum.
Yeah, and Warlock TP'd bottom, so now that he doesn't have a TP for mid, he can't stop this push coming from Shadow Fiend. This is really big. Warlock still hasn't used his ulti too, and that could have been the perfect time, but the haste rune, like you mentioning, it's just too much to even have a counter initiate.
Yeah. So, and all the while, Limp as well as BZZ were just duking it out in the top lane. Limp got, oh, they got a kill down bottom. Earthshaker. Okay, looks like another hook shot setup. Easy kill for them. But
you
up
made me
top,
look top with your Limp top.
Limp, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was like, they're going to go in on him. Oh, laid him in the wrong lane. God damn it.
Yeah.
But BZZ is dominating him up here. This troll getting a lot of farm, and at least Limp is close to level 6. So that's Stampede, the first milestone to help out the team. Help disengage. I'm a little scared for NiP given how farmed Sadoy is, though. This Clockwork, level 7. Lots of XP going his way. Fast power treads. He will have some power to control this game once he starts moving around.
Yeah, and Bat Rider going into the jungle when you're in a 1v1 situation, that's not what you want having in your game, especially in this situation. So they're going to give some levels, though, to Hans getting down here. But one hook shot, and then Clockwork's...
Yeah.
Oh, daytime. Daytime. No, Sadoy, do it. Do it. Hook him. I can do it.
Nope. He's not going for it. He's happy to farm. He wants whatever core items on the horizon. G going for the Hand of Midas build on the Warlock. The turbo farm. 8 minutes. All right, Alan. What's the over-under here? Aghanim Scepter. What time do you think it's coming out on G?
If he uses 2 rocks in the next 10 minutes, then it'll be at 16:32.
That was oddly specific. Okay, next 10 minutes. If he uses the rocks, both rocks, he'll have it faster than 10 minutes. I like that. Okay. I think that's a pretty good window. If he can get it before 20 or like 15 minutes.
He just missed 3 CS though, so I want to retract my statement. I was watching him too, and then he just bought a TP, so I don't know anymore.
All right. Well, either way, G is off to a really good start. Leading net worth right now with the Midas at a good timing. He can just keep farming away. Era invisible in the mid lane, hoping somebody will venture his way so they can set up a gank. They've got Handskin nearby, ready to throw down the fissure. Looks like G may fall for the bait. Nowhere to go, but the Requiem of Soul is going to bring him down hard. Gets off the defensive Shadow Word, but not going to be enough to stay alive through all that burst damage. Now, meanwhile, on the top, fight break it out. Yeah, BZZ on the defensive will survive. Limp has his level 6. Looks like he used the Stampede. No kills coming out in the top.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Stampede too, just because top lane going for the initiate as well as middle lane, so they kind of set up 2 kills with it, but unfortunately they only got 1 kill on Warlock though, who just got his Midas, still worthy, and more tower damage done for the mid tower. So, really well played.
Tips the scales for Era to take over as the leading farmer. 1,200 gold. We'll see if he wants to grab the Yule's Scepter this game. Seems to be the item that Era prefers. As we've talked about, a lot of different ways you can build the Shadow Fiend. Mech quite popular as well. We'll hold that thought as up top. Limp initiated on Jotum. Mistimes the heal bomb yet again. Against the Centaur, it's rough because you don't want to walk into his face and get hoof stomped right as you get the heal bomb going. Rotation from Seal Kid.
Be a 2-man rock.
As well as Era. G put into sleepy time. It's not time for a nap, good sir. It's time to fight. They bring down the Bane. NiP have their whole team is rotated into the jungle to try and deal with this. G moves up to the high ground, finds Era, can't stop the rock. Down it comes. Connects on just the Shadow Fiend though. Not the best use of the ulti. Hook shot from Sedoy. Grabs Era, but the fissure stops the cogs. Oh my gosh. G still alive though in the front lines. Limp very low on HP, but will be able to survive. NiP disengaging pretty effectively here. Sedoy gets off the battery assault, but can he close the gap? Cogs are available here. Gonna try to cog him into the tree line. Nowhere for Handskin to go, so he will end up just biting the bullet and going down. Meanwhile, in the mid, are they gonna make a play on Era? Seems like they thought about it, but no, perhaps not. So VP get a couple of kills out of it. Looks like both supports went down.
Oh, they have Stampede up too. Here it comes.
Oh, Sedoy caught inside of the lasso, pulled right into enemy territory, but the Rock is still alive. In comes BZZ. They want vengeance. Earthshaker will buy back for this. Bane's gone down now. They'll get the kill on Limp. BZZ as a madman. The dunk. He'll get it off on multiple heroes. Oh no, Virtus.Pro getting cleaned up. The buyback from Handskin more than worth it. A triple kill for Jonas as set up by the Earthshaker. Almost a full 5-man wipe. If the Shadow Demon had gone down, what an exchange. Seemed so good for Virtus.Pro until NiP came in with the cleanup crew to take the fight.
That wasn't even fair, man. Did you see that Earthshaker? That's the only thing I remembered from that fight. That was really well played from Handskin.
Hook shot.
He got the fissure too, like on the yeah.
Era's dead.
Going out.
Nice solo kill for Sedoy. Bane puts him into sleepy time. Not going to be able to find a kill here, just wasting some of Sedoy's time. This Clockwork, we talked about it in lane. He's level 10. He's moving around the map, and he is starting to wreak havoc.
Yeah, that was 2 amazing plays from Earthshaker back to back. Saving Shadow Fiend, you know, up right over here near the tier 1 mid, tier 2 in the hill, with the fissure, and then coming back into the game. He got a 3-man fissure onto 3 people. That was just really nice as well.
Yeah, I think that dunk hit. Did it hit all 4 heroes? I think it did.
Hit 3. I think.
3. Okay. And it crippled him. That's all I know. It was just. It's one of those you see him walking into. It's like, oh, he's going. He's going. Oh man, that stings. That was hard to watch. So
it's like they have nothing to stop it. It was slow motion too. It's like a big cow just walking across the field.
So about that Ag Scepter timing here, he's got the Ogre Club, 500 gold in the bank. G just goes back to farming. I think VP may want to just slow down the tempo a little bit outside of this Clockwork hook shot and secure some farm on G. They really need to prioritize that Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, if Earthshaker didn't buy back in that fight, that would have been really well played from VP, and they could have maybe gotten more. But the one thing that Warlock has is almost level 11. They're still getting farm on the map. BZZ might not be so lucky. Now he's lucky. He's pretty good. He's safe.
Yeah, NiP all smoked up, rotating through the enemy jungle, looking for a kill. Era will indeed go for the Yule's Scepter about halfway there. VP grew up as 5 though. They want to push this tier 1 tower mid. I don't think NiP want to give it up without a fight, though. Hook shot across, connects on two. Seal Kid and Limp locked inside of the cogs. Now the rest of VP grouping up. There's the rock once more. They kill the Bane straight away. Jonas with a lasso onto Jotum, but defensive disruption is there. He'll still be on the Firefly. Grave comes out. He lives. Now Jonas will be the one that's punished, slowed down by the ranged axes. It's a 2-0 for Virtus.Pro to start off this fight. Era still lingering around. The rock is around for a little while longer. Maybe they'll find Handskin here. Another fissure to break up the fight.
Coming in too.
He is brave. Another dunk. Dead. This one not as good as the last, though. He'll pay with his life. Triple kill for BZZ.
Oh my goodness,
they also get the Centaur. Too. Oh, it's VP striking right back here with another great team fight.
Yeah, G just did a really good play with the Fatal Bonds as well, and I'm almost on time for my 1632, so I'm going to say I was right.
We'll see. Another 2 minutes, but with that tower kill, he's at 1,800 gold. Another back and forth game here. About 2,500 net worth go in favor of Virtus.Pro, and look at that graph. Now about 600.
Looking mid lane. He wants Era.
He wants it?
But I don't think it's enough. I think it's enough.
Oh, Era ventures away.
If he went there, he might have.
Yeah. This is starting to get out of control in favor of VP. Pretty big gold lead, about 6,500 net worth, as they... well, just keep clowning on NiP. Looks like Troll picking up his Ogre Club. They really love this hero. They just know how to utilize it so well. Air up top. Oh, that's a Fiend's Grip onto BZZ, but a defensive disruption. Now a hook shot from Sadoy right onto Seal Kid. The AK Racer not going to be able to make it out of this one. Sadoy will lock him in place, but maybe at the cost of his own life. Fissure, Stampede used. They want Sadoy, and Limp will get him. Earthshaker falls off to the side from the Shadow Demon, and now BZZ locked in place by Limp. Will get a shallow grave. There's your weave, and now can they make the retreat? Bat Rider blinks forward. Lasso is available. Just trying to get the Fireflies down. He grabs the Shadow Demon. They still get the Troll. Shadow Demon falls as well. No defensive disruption. And now Jotum, no options. Has a TP scroll, but not even a grave to spare. Triple kill now for Limp. It goes right back the other way as NiP take another successful team fight. A huge gain for them.
Yeah, fighting without the Warlock. Fighting just... it's not good. And that gave Centaur enough money for his Blink Dagger. He just got a triple kill, and that's basically his ticket back into the game after getting shut down so hard. One little team fight mishap here, and just the game's definitely opened up now for him.
I mean, look at this disparity between the Clockwork and the Centaur. Now only 500 gold. It was like 1,500 for most of this game, if not more at certain points when the Centaur was in recovery mode as Sadoy was moving around controlling the map. Again, glancing at this graph, all over the place. VP with a minor gold lead, but both teams showing us that this slugfest is going to go on for a while longer. Neither team's really getting too much in the way of objectives either. It's just been these farm fests into a slugfest, back and forth, and rinse and repeat. I think there's only been one tower killed this game, and that's the tier 1 here in the mid.
Yep, and now they smoked up again under a ward here. It's kind of like that. It seems like VP's been having a little bit of just unlucky the last game and this game too. They have a ward here, so they know that Pink is TPing in here. This could be a good free hit shot for Sadoy.
No, another great fissure, breaks it in half. Defensive disruption does get out on the Clockwork, but he's pulled in deep right into a Requiem. Sadoy will go down fast. The Troll soloing Seal Kid gets the kill there. Now the Golem connects on Era, but do they actually have the damage? Buyback from Clockwork, a big dunk from Handskin gets them all low. VP trying to retreat with a lot of yellow health heroes. G gets left behind. He'll get brought down. BZZ as well. This buyback from Clockwork will be in vain. Not much he'll be able to get out of it. Maybe a hook shot across the Roche pit. But he'll have to find a solo kill. Him and the Golem. It's NiP that take this one. A 1 for 3 with the buyback. It's about a 2,500 net worth trade in favor of the Dire.
Yeah, Radiant and Vision of the Earthshaker TP, and I thought for sure Sadoy would just TP and blink on him, but instead they got initiated on first by Bat Rider. And when you're getting initiated on first, that's not what you want happening. You have a Clockwork, you have Warlock Golem, and well, it just so happens that NiP get the better initiation once again.
The Shadow Fiend still number 1 on net worth, moving into a BKB now after his Yules. Has the recipe, no other pieces yet, so still has a little ways to farm. But Era's inventory progressing quite nicely. G getting close to the Aghanims. He's got the other 2 cheaper pieces and now just needs that point booster, about 400 gold away. These failed team fights really hurting his bottom line. His farm was really great, and now it's just pretty good.
Yeah, we can just say it's a testament to the mid-team fight where they fought without the Warlock ulti. Just playing a little bit too aggressive at times, and I mean they have the advantage, but by only one tower, and then I don't know. Can NiP do Roshan fast? No, they don't. So no, they can't really do that at least. So
yeah, they've got the right clicks from the Shadow Fiend and his minus armor, but that's about it. I don't think they can really flash push it down. Certainly not as quickly as VP can with that battle trance. But BKB on the way for the troll. He's about halfway to that Mithril Hammer. That'll be his final piece. They deny the mid-tier 1 tower. That'll make the tower count leveled out now. 1 apiece with a minor edge going the way of Virtus.Pro, as they did not... Or they did get the kill now. That's a hook shot. Oh.
Wow, nice fuels.
Okay, that'll stop Sadoy dead in his tracks.
That's very unlucky that that arrow was right there, though. And
Stampede!
Sadoy, oh, no.
Jonas... There we go. Grabs him with the lasso. Plenty of damage to follow up. Even a Requiem of Souls from Era.
Oh, he's getting Fiends good too. Jotum's gonna go down too from the high ground.
Wow.
Oh, no, and now
2-0. BZZ will make it out. They don't have gap closer to stop him. But not too bad. Sadoy may be hyper aggressive there. Team backup not quite ready. Looking for a solo kill, like you said. The Yules, not much he could do.
Yeah, this is where it's gonna be looking very frightening.
Oh,
oh no, Yoel's gonna die here.
Yeah,
he has magic
comes
stick
in.
charges though. So
well, that's nice, but I think the Centaur is about to blow him up. Yeah, but he has magic stick charges. Don't worry.
He almost stopped the blink dagger. Almost.
Yeah.
Doesn't cut it though.
It was cute. Not too many options there. So this is really getting scary from the perspective of VIP. Oh God, VIP. Ah, dyslexia.
You're very VIP.
Yeah, VIP
I'm gonna start
here.
saying that too now.
Oh no. It's getting scary for VP, man. They're starting to fall further and further behind. We haven't seen the double golem chaotic offering yet, but looking at this gold graph, it's just not what it once was. They were ahead by nearly 7,500 gold, and now they're behind by 2,500. That's how much this game has swung in the last 5 minutes. Now Batrider gets his BOTs to start bouncing around the lanes, and Shadow Fiend has a completed BKB.
And this is where it starts to get a little bit harder for NiP for pushing out lanes. Now that you have the Batrider with Boots of Travel, he can clear out waves really fast. You have Shadow Fiend who can clear out waves fast, and as well as Centaur. Whereas VP, they only have Troll to really push out these lanes. So the later this game goes, I fear for VP's lane control and split pushing capabilities. So they really need to fight, and they want to fight. This is a really risky thing with a Batrider on the field, but it might be what they have to go for, considering they need to make them come to them.
Yeah, they smoke into the pit. They don't do any damage to Roche. They're still smoked. NiP, they're not smoked up. They're just on their way down. Oh, hook shot across from Sadoy. Connects on 2. Seal Kid and Handskin locked in the cogs, but Era's there on the high ground. Requiem will channel. Does a huge amount of damage. They trade supports, but they get the Warlock as well. 2 for 2, but VP on the back foot. Now the Troll isolated. Era will throw out a couple of raises. And the Fatal Bond's just not going to do enough work. VP will be relegated from this area of the map. Troll eating his wand charges, helps pick him up a little bit. The Blind doing some work. Sadoy with cogs buys himself some time, or buys the Troll some time, but Grave will be what they need to keep him alive. Still doesn't save the Troll, and now Sadoy has to pay with his life. What seemed like a semi-even trade quickly devolves into a 2 for 4 for NiP and opens up Roche for the Dire side.
Yeah, there's no way they can do Roche though, sadly. And with Warlock ulti still up, that was a really nice pickoff from NiP going on the Batrider, just going on him immediately, knowing that they can't stop him once the clockwork goes in. I guess they have Shadow Demon and stuff, but he just got dragged back with the Stampede.
Yeah, right into the Requiem too. That hurts. Not much the Warlock can do to survive that, except sit further back so the Batrider can't initiate on him.
They have it though for the next team's fight though. And all their other spells like Troll ulti and Clockwork ulti, they're really low cooldown, so maybe they need to go try it again. The one big problem I'm having right now is look at Clock's items. He's had the same items basically, it feels, for 10 minutes now. He started off so fast and just a little bit here and there. I think he was 3 and 2 or 3 and 1. Now he's 3 and 6. It's just very unfortunate when things like this happen.
Yeah, it really is. Again, referencing that net worth disparity between the Centaur and the Clockwork, the tides have completely changed. This disparity was the opposite way earlier on, and it's just slowly but surely flipped-flop for the Centaur to get a lot more momentum. He's now picked up a Vanguard. We'll probably upgrade that to the Crimson Guard at some point here. Earthshaker still very far away from his Blink, but Handskin playing that position 5, that's what you got to do. Both supports on the Dire, I guess, pretty broke. It's the Shadow Demon that's got all the farm for the Radiant here. Got himself an Urn, Staff of Wizardry. He's feeling pretty rich for 23 minutes.
I'm gonna be curious to see what Warlock goes for. He kind of needs a Blink Dagger, it feels like, in my mind, if he doesn't want to get picked off in these team fights. And here they go. They're gonna go try to trade maybe the tier 1 top. They have vision of this happening at Roshan, so here they come. Do they have a smoke to get there faster? Yes, they do.
Yeah, this is Dire Vision we're looking at right here. They see VP moving around the pit. Now, VB can kill Roche pretty quick, but not that fast. There is a smoke from NiP. They'll walk through the mid lane. They'll get here with plenty of time to spare. VP do not know about it. They don't see it. Jonas, who does he initiate on? Fissure connects on 4. Flame Break as well. Grabs Yol, the Shadow Demon, but the rock comes down. Double Golems. The Requiem gets channeled. That'll mitigate their damage. VZZ presses forward, but he goes down as well. It's a 2 for nil, and soon to be more. Shadow Demon falls off the backside. Now Sadoy goes down, and it's just G. Still in the pit. And he TP's out. Whoa, close call. Flame Break just a half a second too late. It's a 1 for 4, though, Alan. Another disastrous fight for VP, and Roche will get handed over to the Dire side this go-around.
Yeah, Requiem's like the perfect counter to Warlock's ulti, even, just reducing the damage that they do as well. I mean, it's kind of like, feels like a counter pick to me, in my mind, just having all this damage done. And Era, once again, showing that it feels like the troll isn't good enough to beat out the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, they just have too much burst damage, it feels like, for this troll to really shine. He has to stack up those fervors and get a lot of licks in to really get scary. Era, just with this early BKB, his Requiems have been so on point. The synergy between him and the Bat Rider, it seems like every lasso, whoever the target is, gets drug right into a Requiem. And as it so happens, Era also clips a couple of other heroes to get that damage reduction debuff. He's just been playing this Shadow Fiend well all game. Now with an Aegis, he'll have...
gonna get initiated on.
Stampede! That is disastrous. Upheaval.
Well, Era has the Aegis, though. If they go on this, they're basically throwing their lives away, too. Bane has... Nope, Bane doesn't have ulti. Not yet. Soon, though. 10 seconds.
NiP, do they stay aggressive here? Maybe Era just looks to chip at this tower, see what kind of damage he can do. Showing off that new Manta style he just picked up. Down to 8 seconds on the BKB, but he's made good use of it so far. And again, glancing at this graph, now it's about a 10,000 net worth deficit and somewhere around 17k experience right now in favor of the Ninjas. They'll get to this tier 1 tower up top as well. Glyph comes out to buy it some time, but no defense will be made.
Yeah, they just have too many initiate heroes now coming out from NiP. VP's window was 10 minutes ago, and now it's just NiP's time to reign. Only Clockwork can really initiate, and with him being so far behind in the gold now, when we were comparing it from him and Centaur, it's just really hard. And well, we haven't been talking about Handskin much after that, his 2 amazing plays from top lane, but that's what kept him in the game. And speaking another initiation,
Lasso right on to G, but Jonas is kind of off by himself here. The disruption buys him a little bit of time. They don't get a kill out of the lasso. Okay, I guess they thought he was solo. I don't know what the plan was there to find the kill, but still interrupting his farming path, so I guess they get something.
Maybe, yeah, maybe just make them use an ulti here and there. It's really worth it if you give Warlock ulti just for that, and then just for a solo Bat Rider, as well as other here. They could have killed Bat Rider though, but the Clockwork Hook missed because of the Shadow Demon disruption. So,
well, 5 hero smoke. Let's see what VP can do this go around. They move into the Dire jungle. NiP all scattered about the map, and I don't think anyone's gonna get picked off here unless it's Limp. He is walking towards the jungle. They see him. Oh, he walks right into it. Okay, they'll get a freebie. Yep, Upheaval. You're not going anywhere, Big Brad. Just stand still and take it. Half man, half horse. He's dead. Handskin TP's in, but not much he can do. There's the Bat Rider. Lasso, hook shot onto his friend. But where's the follow-up? Sadoy gets put into the Nightmare. Feeds grip. Era trying to channel the ulti, but the rocks come down through the BKB, interrupts him. NiP, I don't think they really want to take this fight. And they will just back off here. Jonas playing with Sidoi, stuck inside of the cogs. He'll be the next one to go down. Yeah, they couldn't save the Centaur. Fighting into a 5v4, never really ideal.
It was... I think if Bane had gotten the ulti off on Warlock there, they might have not gotten it off. Or
I think so. The rock was what did it. That's what turned it.
Yeah, but still, the rock's on cooldown now. They're not going to get the tower. They did get the kill on Batrider though, so that's really good. He did use his BKB in that fight too, so that's getting down to 9 seconds. There's some silver lining to that. Yeah. And they will get a tower top here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
All right, steps in the right direction for VP. Still have a large mountain to climb. Troll used his BKB there also, now down to 7 seconds. HOD, phase boots, pretty standard items. They will defend this tier 1 tower though. Limp goes scooting on in. Boot scooting Fort Staff. Gets a stun onto Jotum. Now uses a Stampede so his friends can get here a little more quickly. VP all grouped up. NiP want to fight knowing that there is no Golem. There's also a Requiem. Spirit Bomb onto G. Not going to happen. He'll be interrupted as Sidoi comes in. Now they channel the Requiem and Sidoi will be the target of choice. Godlike streak for Era continues. G trying to channel the Requiems in the tree line. Era wants to finish him off before the TP out and he will. Now VP in a lot of trouble. BZZ on the run, but he's all by his lonesome. Whirling Axes ain't going to save you from that. He falls now. Yol getting chased down by Jonas. He has the blink up in about 3 seconds. 2 stacks of sticky. How far does he go? Not past the tier 2. 3-0. Smart time for NiP to force a fight, and they regain everything they lost from that skirmish prior. Yeah, just because you think that you won that one team fight a little bit, just killing 2 heroes, there's no way even in the lead. They have the Aegis still, and I mean, Era, you just can't stop him once he has the BKB. There's nothing. You saw the Clockwork Hook, but you're still not dealing any damage to him. You're only stopping his Requiem, and then he still got it off for the slow 1-2 hero. Then Jonas! Oh, yeah. He catches the Shadow Demon lasso into a freebie. Centaur's right there with a hoof stomp double edge. Era moves to the high ground. They want to siege this. Looking at buybacks. It's not so
good. Warlock
great.
Has ulti on 20 seconds too.
Oh no, he has a buyback, but it'll be up in a few seconds. Glyph has come out, and tier 3 tower will take about half damage. NiP not going to force the issue off that, but wow, what a series of events for the Dire. Now they are even further in the lead, breaching that 12,000 gold mark in their favor, and things really coming together. Even Handskin here. He'll have his Blink Dagger finally.
I'm trying to see how much damage is... Okay, Warlock's going to have a refresher soon here. He's got 2,500. Needs about 1,000 more, so... Is it going to be enough? I asked you at the beginning of the game. Is Warlock going to be enough?
The refresher is pretty damn scary. I think it's somewhat in the hands of NiP to throw. The nice thing is that they do have ways to deal with the BKB on Shadow Fiend, as we saw in the fight that was here in the Dire jungle. Interrupted the Requiem channeling through BKB, so that can really come in handy, having a second one, all that damage. I think if they... Oh, we'll hold that thought.
Oh,
lasso. He's so far away. Oh.
BKB, TP, or Force Staff. There we go. That's fine.
All right. So I think it can be, but it's more an NiP to be in a very bad position to allow the double rock to completely cripple them. Limp comes in, hoof stomp on one, BKB used by BZZ. Shadow Demon dies to the Requiem. BZZ caught in the Requiem from Bane on the high ground. That opens up for Limp to just lay in the right clicks. Dazzle goes down to the Earthshaker, and this is just a disaster for VP. This could be a 5-0. Sidoi locked in place, killed by Shadow Raises. G on the run, blocked out by the Fissure. It's a full 5-man wipe in exchange for none. And I'm going to change my answer to a resounding no here, Alan. That refresher will not be enough.
Yeah, Seal Kid just got an easy Fiend's Grip on BZZ. Clockwork wasn't able to hook because G was in the way, and it's just very unfortunate when they got all grouped up right there. Kind of got like, oh no, it's just not looking good. Warlock has buyback in 15 seconds. 10,
something like that. Yeah, he's just a couple of gold short. This will be at least 1 lane of barracks. Troll up in about 10. Will they even get a 2nd lane of barracks off this? They may well stick around. Batrider goes forward, finds the Shadow Demon again. Another easy pick off with the lassos. And yeah.
That was really funny. He blinked too far, and then he forced Staff into the ulti. That's just very unlucky.
Very unfortunate. Speaking of Blink Daggers, now Seal Kid gets one on the Bane. So both supports here for NiP getting their Blink Daggers within a few minutes of each other.
Yeah, he only had 1,200 gold. Then he got up to 2,500. That's not good.
Dude, this is Team Blink on the Dire. They've got 4 Blink Daggers. The only one that doesn't have it is Era, who's already pretty mobile with his Yules and BOTs. Look at that, 489 movement speed. This is team mobility on the Dire side. I like it.
Yeah, and I feel so bad for BZZ. He's about to die here. There's just no way. No, I lied.
Ooh. Jonas, he's flying around. Ooh, Jonas has a gem also.
He has a haste rune, and I thought he was gonna scout him out, but he went really slow. I thought he'd blink over and then maybe force death down and then find him. Oh well.
Smoke in the mid. VP getting into Hail Mary territory here, nearly a 25,000 net worth deficit. They need something, and they need it fast. They've got the refresher on Warlock, double rock. If they can't do it with 4 golems, I don't think they'll be able to do it at all. Roche not up for another 2 minutes. What are they going to find here? Bane is in the bottom lane. NiP just too spread out right now.
Seal Kid, he doesn't have buyback. This should be an easy pickoff, but oh no.
Blink, fast reaction, nice. Hanskin comes in, separates the group, but now he's stuck in the tree. Sadoy hook shots over into tower range. Limp comes in. Now Sadoy kind of isolated from his team. Golem set number 1. Limp will barely live for now, but Fatal Bonds may change that. Now Bat Rider goes in. Warlock caught in the lasso. Can he refresh? Get the second rock? He can. That's now 4 golems on the field. Seal Kid goes down. Era channels a Requiem. Big damage, but BZZ stays alive from the grave. There will be a buyback on the Bat Rider. A lot of low health heroes. BZZ goes down next. Sadoy, Cogs in the middle of the fray, trying to isolate Era. The Golem's going to work on him, but Force Staff from the Bat Rider keeps him alive. Bat Rider comes back in. Now Jotum goes down. Not the clean fight that VP were hoping for. A little bit more of a break-even than previous ones, but not so good. They're probably going to lose their Shadow Demon here as Jonas chases him down. Yeah, nowhere for him to go. A Courier gets picked off. Dire's Courier dies. So I guess that's something for the Radiant. Yep, down goes the Shadow Demon. So I think that was a 3 for 3, but they did need to use a buyback to make it happen. That was on the Bat Rider.
Yeah, it just so happens that Warlock Golems, they spawned the 2 on the high ground, and so they couldn't really get, they had to walk all the way down just to come back into the team fight. Right where this gem was dropped, that's where they got dropped. Yeah. So it was kind of unlucky that they went up there, but I mean, they really have no answer for the Shadow Fiend once again. It's kind of like last game, the same story. They can't find a way. Even with BZZ tries to go on him, he's already dead when he's on him, so...
Yeah, now Era just goes to the tier 2 in the bottom lane. We'll finish off the outer towers for VP. They won't dare glyph it, as they may need it to hold the high ground. Roche is up. This is Roche number 2. No cheese yet. But he has respawned. I don't know. The other problem with this Refresher Warlock build is the cooldowns. I mean, we saw the issue with just the regular Chaotic offering. When it was on cooldown, they can't really team fight. Now you're relying on this Fresher that has an even longer cooldown by 30 seconds.
Well, he did just farm up 3,000 gold with it, though.
That's true.
Maybe if he can get like Necro 3 and then have mass summons, it could be really useful in these team fights. And you could have the movement speed bonus too, but I'm not going to say they're going to win because of buybacks from NiP. Like, buybacks is really what hurts Warlock and the refreshers in his ulti. But I want to say VP, this game, their supports have been really good. Dazzle and Shadow Demon, they've been playing really excellent. It's just they're having a really hard time going offensive, more offensive, other than Sadoy.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Especially in that early game, we saw the Dazzle TPing around the lanes, doing his best to support Sadoy and everyone else. And also the Shadow Demon, he's had a lot of really good defensive disruptions on targets that have gotten caught in the lasso. Not there for every single one, but more than you would expect, perhaps. A full Assault Kuros now up on Era. 22k net worth. The big man gets even bigger.
And we have a prowling Bat Rider. I don't know if bats can prowl, but he's doing it.
Well, Jonas is hungry. Let's see what he can find. An Aegis on the Shadow Fiend, NiP, ready to seal the deal.
Warlock spamming my ears.
Yeah.
With his golem.
Era, see, this is that slow siege. With the Aegis, he can afford to take some risk and even just gets this tier 3 tower down to half health by committing next to nothing, just as Manta style.
And Limp's going to be having his heart coming up here once the courier respawns. And what's the next item? Satanic is up for Shadow Fiend. How much time is left? Oh, there's plenty of time. There's 4 minutes still for the Roshan, so This is high ground time once the courier respawns.
Yeah, Heart, Satanic, two pretty damn big items. This Centaur is already a beefcake. And, well, just gonna get beefier. What else is coming out here? There's your Satanic. Oh, and a Force Staff for Handskin. So now even more mobility on this Shaker.
Yeah, what will be perfect is just having a Bane with the BKB now, and then what poor... Then you have to decide, okay, do we use our Clockwork Hook on Batrider, Centaur, Bane, Shadow Fiend? Okay, this is just too much. My head would explode. But we still have the Warlock ulti that does stop some, but if he gets caught, if Warlock gets caught, the game's immediately over. Never mind, I lie, he has buyback. So, he's actually the only one with buyback.
Well, that's good. Oh, yeah, the only one, period. Yeah, NiP have just picked up all these big items for this next team fight. Not really too concerned about buybacks, I guess. Anticipating chances of getting full wiped, probably fairly small. Jonas pokes his head into the base, takes a few tower shots, just looking for a straggler that he might be able to pick off. That low-hanging fruit. Era with a double damage rune, moving towards the high ground. No backdoor protection thanks to that top lane. Will get cleansed off from the demonic purge, but G gets initiated on. Tier 3 tower goes down. G will survive pretty easily. Still a victory for NiP though with this slow siege.
Yeah, they're just playing really aggressive with G right now because they know he has buyback, and they really want Earthshaker or Batrider to initiate and try to get a counter initiate. That's what they're banking on. Because they have Grave and they have Disruption plus Sidoi with a hook shot. This is kind of like their all-in play.
So 2.5 minutes left on the Aegis. There's the Blink Dagger on the Warlock. You brought it up earlier, and he was just a bit more patient, waited till he farmed up the refresher. So maybe G can sit back a little more now and avoid being the target that gets initiated on.
BZZ needs 200 gold. I say sell your Aquila, man. Oh my goodness, looking at his mana pool, I just feel so sad. 420, that's basically nothing.
Yeah, that's not a lot of Whirling Axes. Even though it's only 50 mana, battle chance is 75, you still chew through that tiny mana pool pretty damn quick. Batrider, here we go! Oh, he catches a creep! Jonas.
Nobody saw anything. Nobody saw anything.
Just a simple misclick there. Noble effort, but will backfire. Exactly 1 minute left on this Aegis of the Immortal. If NiP want to brute force it, they've got to do it soon. Now Batrider picks up a Diffusal Blade. Ooh, you don't see that so often, but...
There goes one golem.
Yep,
you know
there
what
goes
if
one
they get
golem.
oh, they're going to get 4 Diffusal Blades. That'd be hilarious. I would die laughing.
That would be pretty funny. Usually at this point, like, the way the Diffusal versus Warlock has been described to me is if you can get the Diffusal around the time he gets the Ags, it's a pretty good tool just to kill the golems and use it that way. If you're getting a Diffusal after he's, like, pretty much at the refresher, you're just going to run out of charges too fast. You simply can't purge them fast enough for it to matter. But if you can be in that luxury territory where everybody gets a Diffusal, then... I guess things get a little different. I don't think I've actually seen a team do that, though, to just hard counter a Warlock.
It's really silly, and it's not really good, but it's pretty funny to watch, because to think about having a Batrider with a refresher over a Diffusal, you could just use 2 lassos, 2 Force Staffs, 2 BKBs. I mean, you have too many 2s, but with Diffusal, it makes things more interesting, at least.
Well, we could settle for that for sure. Aegis is now gone, so everyone just goes back to farming here. We'll move off the buyback tab as it seems like the VP base will stay safe for now. Handskin caught by a hook shot, but the Cogs helping him out. He makes it to the high ground. Force Staff away. Wow, that is unfortunate for Virtus.Pro.
One Force Staff and VP is useless.
Oh no, now Sidoi initiated on Era, channels a Requiem off the side, does a lot of damage. There's Rock #1, does a fair bit of damage, but G caught inside of the Fiend's grip. He can't even refresh, he's dead, he'll buy back. They've lost their Batrider, but now BZZ in some trouble. Grave comes out, buys him some time. There's your second Rock, Era locked in place. Era may go down here, doing what damage he can, but it's Handskin with the dunk to turn it around. Era somehow still alive, Force Staff away, turns for the ray, the shadow thing, yeah, oh my god. I'm beyond words, Alan. Handskin again with the masterful dunks. This guy is a madman. Buybacks coming up plenty on the Radiant side. This is everything they've got. Limp versus the Golems. He gets Force Staff to the high ground. He lives, but the hook shot connects on Seal Kid. Centaur says, see you later, buddy. I'm gonna peace out. You're dead. And yep, that Seal Kid gets left behind. So what were the buybacks used there? Warlock, Troll, and the Clockwork were the 3 on Virtus.Pro. 1 used on the Dire. It was Handskin's Earthshaker. Oh, mama. A net worth gain for NiP, but pretty much mutual destruction.
Yeah, Satanic doing a lot of work. Last game it did work. This game is doing work. Air is just showing how effective this item can be. And, well, Sidoi
Limp.
Gonna get initiated on.
But he's kind of by himself here. Whirling Axes come out. He'll Stampede to disengage. Hanskin gives him a fissure. And Limp now stunned up, blocked out by his Centaur brethren. Will have to force staff, and he'll be okay. He is rather tanky after all, nearly 4,000 HP. Just playing with her right now. Pump faking the hoof stomp. BZZ now gets caught. Fissure on 3. Defensive disruption from Yol will cost him his life. BZZ scoots back to safety. It's just non-stop aggression from NiP. Whoa, it's Jonas deep in the base. Hops forward, finds BZZ, pulls him into a Requiem. Sidoi with a hook shot right into the fray. Grave buys BZZ some time, but down he goes. Clockwork's dead, and now they don't have the buybacks. GG is called. It will be NiP. That's the second team alongside the 4 anchors to move on from Phase 1 to Phase 2 here in the European qualifiers of the Summit 3. What a bloodbath of a series it was, Ryu. But NiP proved superior. That era Shadow Fiend, woo!
Oh, look at that.
Hanskin.
That's so kind. I mean, Hanskin basically carried the early game for them. VP's lineup, basically, they wanted to get everything down. Wanted Warlock to have Ags Refresher probably by 25 minutes and just try to siege high ground with Troll being big. They had the opportunity. They had the I'm not gonna say they got outpicked this game. They did really well in the early game. They just it felt like Sidoi fell off a little bit too much, and then eventually we saw the split pushing coming into factor. Error once again, 21 and 20. He played a monster game last game too, and well, maybe the solution is to ban Shadow Fiend from now on or something, because it is just once again really well played from him and the team.
Yeah, I agree. That's just one of those hero-player combos you do not want to tango with if you're given a choice. But, hey, that wraps up our coverage today. Alan, our first time casting together. It was a pleasure, buddy. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. If you guys enjoyed the cast, give him a follow on Twitter. Good luck spelling his handle. I helped you out. I put it in the title of this broadcast, at RyuUboruZDota. There's 2 U's in a row, so do your best. I'm at Zyori TV, and, of course, at Beyond the Summit to stay up to date with all things happening here for the Summit. We'll have a few days off in between the phases, and then European Phase 2, I think, starts pretty soon. But we'll have updates about that schedule coming out in the near future. So, Alan, any shout-outs, anything you want to say, man? This is your time. We're about to wrap up here.
Yeah, thanks for having me casting. It was fun casting with you for the first time. I believe we had some good chemistry, maybe just a little bit too much.
Some good moments. You had a good Dirty Jobs joke. I like that.
It's good to finally cast it. I haven't casted in like maybe 3 weeks, maybe even longer. Oh man, I feel so rusty. I'm gonna have to get back on the grind eventually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta stay fresh. It's amazing how quickly the casting prowess leaves you. But that's where we're gonna leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. A rebroadcast on the way from SCA and EU last night and this morning. That's it. See ya for Phase 2.